I forgot to turn on the sword. Uh, what I ask? That is not what I asked. Okay, give me a sec, guys. So sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. 5, 4, 3. Please work, please work, please work. You're working, nice. Don't blink, you blink. Oh, you know what? Fuck that. Let's do this. Good. Don't blink, you blink. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. Because having a wonderful day on this delightful 16th July, 17th, yeah, 17th July 2025. We have a couple of hours before rank 19 with shield, which is not bad but not good. We have a couple hours before we have our appointment at the, and when I say a couple hours, I mean an hour and a half before we have our appointment at the counseling office. So I'm actually looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, let's freaking go. We have a couple of videos to do. The goal is to stream for the film for an hour 15, an hour, yeah, exactly. And then we'll post a couple of videos, and then I'll have to go. So it should be a pretty nice day. It should be somewhat okay. And that is pretty much it. So I realize how little time that I have. I'm gonna have to go. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay. Rank 25. I woke up in a new Bugatti. Rank 25 in Sword. Not great. Not great. Not great. I can buy one skin. One cord. One cord. That's all I need. That's all I freaking need, dude. And yeah. My baby's on do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Rank 4. Hell to yeah. At least we're champion. At least we are champion. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Boom boom boom. Boom boom boom. There you go. Perfect. My baby. Okay. Now, what you need to do is come here. You're gonna do tree. Nice. Okay, good. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the show. Because I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 17th July 2025. It was supposed to rain all day. It's not. We have an appointment in about an hour and a half. So we'll be making content for an hour. I am extremely excited. Let's freaking go. Okay. And with this. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the show. Because I'm doing upset having a wonderful 17th July 2025. Today we have a busy day. Today we have an appointment with a counselor of the government to find out what my future holds for me. So I'm actually Super excited. It is warm, warm, warm. We woke up late. We woke up at 9 o'clock, 9:40. So if I really want to be awake, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a bit of an energy drink. We're going for one of my favorites. It is Ghost. Now this can is actually quite special because it's my favorite, but I only had it once. So Orange Dream Cycle started a passion with Cream Cycle, for example. Sorry, started a passion with the Monster Energy, and then we saw this that Ghost also have one. Look at the can. And because Ghost also had one, I was like, I have to try. So we tasted it once. Tasted really freaking good. We had the energy to go to the appointment. So without further ado, oh wow, wow. We had a mousse. Mousse tastes weird because it tastes like the drink is supposed to taste, but at the same time, it's not what it's supposed to taste. There's a really nice uh, thing going on right now, which is this. Oh, my ears might stretch. The citrusy of the orange in itself, and then the niceness of the creaminess. Again, I said so yesterday, with Ghost, I'm not sure where the blend is, which is a bit of a problem because you're like, okay, well, sorry, even my burp tastes like orange, which is amazing. The Ghost, you're not sure what it's supposed to taste like. You know what the flavor is, but you don't know what the Ghost is supposed to taste like. No bubbles. It's perfection. The orange is super there. The cream is super there. They harmonize each other really, really well, and it's just a fantastic drink. I'll be honest and say it's not as good as I remember, but it's pretty good. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Computer Show. This is doing well because I had having a wonderful day on this on this on the 17th July 2025. Today we are tasting something my mom brought me. So my mom brought me cookies from work, and the coolest thing is I have no clue what these are. Bonjour. Ça va bien?
Oui, ça va bien.
Good. So my mom, she brought me this from work, and I don't know what they are. So it's gonna be called mystery cookies. There's a couple, so this is kind of cool, and I'm excited. So let's freaking go. The first one we have is sort of a swirl with the almond, so I'm guessing some almond taste to it. That's actually really good. I don't think you can tell what it is, because you seem that you have almond paste to it. What's the regular cookie, but it somehow works really well. And then on this we have this sort of sandwich. Why sandwich? Because you can see here there's a crack, and you got the chocolate with some sprinkles. So sounds good. Very smart here because it's like a jam. It's like a strawberry jam. It tastes good. And the strawberry, I have a problem with my stretch today. I don't know why. I have like a little bubble in my skin, which is the skin rejecting the metal, which happens kind of often. And that's it. So the cookie in itself is this butter cookie, which is somewhat bland. It's not the greatest, right? Look at this beautiful weather. It was supposed to rain today the whole day. The cookie's a bit bland, but it's super buttery, so that's nice. In itself, the cookie is great, but at the same time, it's the mixture between the strawberry jam and the chocolate, which goes really well together. We have this regular sand cookie. I don't know the texture, super sandy, which is really nice. What do we mean by super sandy? It's not gonna do a nice. We know, okay, it's gonna be disgusting, but you know when you have a cookie or cereal and it create this paste in your mouth. With this one, it doesn't do a paste, which is why it's sandy. A very melted, same thing, I think. Mm-hmm. You can feel that already. Mm. 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 It's warm outside. They're all somewhat similar in a way of cooling on the phone because it's too hot. They're all somewhat similar in the sense that they taste different, but you could tell that's from the same company. Finally, we have a little bit of a normal cookie. However, there's some sprinkle on it, so that's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Why is that kind of cool? First of all, the cookie is kind of bland. I mean, that is actually quite nice. First of all. Second, it adds some texture to it, some crunchiness to it, which is really nice. And third of all, we had a bunch of cookie without sprinkles that look basic. So a little bit of a sprucing up is always nice. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Uploading. Nice, okay. Good. Now throw it. You know what? Fuck it. Don't blink, kiss your boy, and quote on the commercial. Because I'm doing well, because they're having a wonderful day on this 17th July 2025. I shouldn't do that. This is not very clean. But at the same time, it's a normal video. I want to show you guys the nature corn. They were supposed to be stormy the whole day. Well, I guess not. So I'm actually super, and I do mean super excited about today. Because today, we have a special day. I'm going to go see a governmental consultant to figure out the next step in my life. So evaluating my needs, evaluating what is the best job for me, what is the best career opportunity, kind of directing me through life, right? Now, ultimately speaking, the main goal is to make content, right? But at the same time, it's all about in here. Are we gonna be treating this as a plan A, as a plan B, right? So we have our consultant meeting today. What I'm gonna do a small video, which should be kind of cool. We're gonna have this cool video of my expectation, how do I feel going in, the job that I want to do, and then I'll do another video after my this is pre-event, and I'll do a post-event after that. So pre-event video starts now. I'm gonna be completely honest. My first time seeing a consultant, I didn't see a consultant at school. because at the same time I'm like, you're there to guide me, which is cool, but do I need guidance? Which I desperately needed, but I just didn't know that I needed that bad. Um, so now I feel like it's a good experience. It's a good thing to try at the very least. But at the same time, it's a it's kind of bittersweet because I could have done that before, with my my studies in bakery and cooking. I didn't have an idea of what I was going to do. I was like, oh, I want to do that. It shouldn't be so bad. And then the job that I come in with today, I want to do that. It shouldn't be so bad. You see, so the same exact thing, the same exact mentality, and the same exact mentality didn't serve me once. It's gonna serve me twice. Makes sense. Makes sense. Cool. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons as to why I said today, because getting a new perception, special specialists I saw. Uh, in my life, I don't have a lot of good experiences. I thought of shrinks, which didn't really help me. Um, but I also saw some social worker. Those really helped me. So when I see a counselor, I have the same mentality as a social worker. Do I need it? No. Did I need a social worker? No. I need the shrink. But then after meeting the person, I'm like, wow, I was wrong. I was wrong. I assumed that I didn't need them, and I did need them. So I'm actually excited. Now, ultimately speaking, I'm saying this even knowing that I only had like one good experience, which is one social worker. I saw her multiple times, but still, that was my only like specialist good experience. So yeah, so I'm a bit nervous because again, it feels like an interview, and what I kind of don't, uh, I have a problem with is I've got I've called the person and they say, oh, you're gonna meet this person, this other person. And I'm like, okay. And then I got a call from a third person yesterday saying, just to confirm for tomorrow appointment with this person. I'm like, I talk to everybody but that person, so I don't have a mentality or a presumption of what the person is gonna be, which I think actually is a good thing because first impressions are super important. It is a different thing on the phone than in real life. If I have a bad first impression about her, I'm not gonna be trusting, and that's the way it is. But at the same time, because you see, there's just almost like and I know you shouldn't think like that, but this is honestly the way I'm thinking. There's almost this power leverage, right? So I come in and her job is to help me, right? So I have this power leverage because I'm the person, I'm the helpee, right? However, she is able to really help me and really find me some good things. So I really have to be cautious on how I present myself and how I talk to her. I usually don't have a problem with the way I talk to people, but you never know. You never know. Yesterday I had a so see, this is also the thing. I've been dealing with the same people for a while, and yesterday I had a friend, her mom reacted to one of my videos, and her reaction wasn't positive. So I'm like, fuck, this is this is bad because this is possibly what a lot of people have a first impression, right? So I saw that and I'm like, okay, I understand. So of course I'm being cautious. I want to present myself in a way where she sees this guy, it's not a completely lost cause. Do I feel like I'm a lost cause? No. I'm a bit sick this morning. Do I feel like I'm a lost cause? No, absolutely not. However, um, the way I feel is inconsequential about the way the people feel about me, right? Now, coming in and saying like, oh, I have to be loved by people is a bad mentality. However, this is also sort of professional. It's like a seller. Yes, you're selling because you're selling yourself. It's like a seller coming in and gonna say, hey, I'm gonna sell you my product, and either you're gonna like it or not, right? So this is the mentality that we have coming in. Um, I'm nervous because it could be super. My thing with today is it could be two things. It can be a super 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 constructive thing, and again, I feel like this is kind of like a job interview. So coming in, I'm like, fuck, goes. I mean, gene cycle. It's it's tough. It's really tough because it feels like a job, right? So when I have a job and I have an interview, I'm super hopeful, right? And then if I don't get it, so with this interview, I'm super hopeful. but then I'm putting all my eggs in the same basket. So what I mean by that, yes, am I working? Yes, but I'm working sadly temporary. I'm working part-time because I'm working for temporary, so if I don't like it, they're gonna hire somebody else, and then I'm fuck me, right? So that's A. B. Um, I'm putting my eggs in the basket because this is a nice opportunity, but also, and this is a weird position. And this is me being honest. I had a lot of interviews for physical job, and I think because of me being overweight, I think I lost opportunity, right? Which kind of sucks because that's not the goal. But at the same time, it's something that I think happened. Did I lose every single job because I was overweighted? No, absolutely not. I possibly was talking too fast. I possibly was nervous. I possibly didn't give the best first impression. Did I lose so much because I was overweight? Yes. Yes, absolutely. So we're still in the same position, right? So when I went to the agency, it was a blessing because I got some work, but I again had to go through a middleman to get what I wanted. You know? And that kind of sucks. Like, for example, a grocery store. You guys know I love grocery stores because there are so many choices and there are cool videos that you like. So yeah, when I go to the grocery store, I'm actually happy. I'm actually excited. However, it comes at a price. It comes at a price. So this is so cool because we had, when we started making videos, we had the clouds. But then we had the blue sky. And now we're getting back the clouds. All in 20 minutes, which is actually pretty nice. And now that the clouds are there, it's actually really, really nice outside. So, I love grocery stores, but if I had the choice between a grocery store and going to the farmer himself to get some chicken, to get some eggs, to get some pork, to get some friba de papas, I would actually go to the farmer. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know? But then again, because I don't live next to a farm, then I cannot go to said farm. And because I cannot go to said farm, I am dependent on the grocery store. The grocery store is a convenience or a convenience store, but they're charging you for convenience, you know? So you're paying more for quality that's for a quality that's lesser than the original product. It's crazy, isn't it? Paying more for something that could be better for cheaper. But the price and the quality drop are acceptable because of convenience. This is the same with the job. Because I'm going to an agency worker, I am willing to get paid less because I'm like, yeah, they have to make their money too. So they're gonna cut my salary. They're gonna take some for themselves. Okay. The job that I have, I don't think a lot of people. I don't think for a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people, but not that much. I think for students, for single mom and shit like that, they're gonna apply for possibly a part time, right? But in my situation, it's very rare that you're gonna apply for part time because you have the possibility and the know-how to work full time. Just a bit of an odd thing. So yeah. So I'm putting all my eggs in a basket, going to a place where I might cut the middleman. But then I have to trust the farmer, right? Which is the person. And then what if my choices, she's like, no, this is not for you, and this is more for you. You know, what if it doesn't go as planned? See, the thing is, in an interview, I was talking about the interview before, you kind of know how it goes. Like, you had the interview before, so you know what to say, what not to say. You know, some question you can ask, some question you shouldn't ask. You know, you're pretty savvy when it comes to what's the do and don't of an interview, right? I think your first interview is a fucking nightmare, but I think the second and third interview are good, you know? And yeah. But with this one, I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do. So then, and I'm in a position where it's kind of complex because I'm in a position where I do want to sell myself because ultimately speaking, the better I sell myself, the more attractive I am for jobs opportunity, right? So if she sees that there's a guy, for example, I don't know, there's a guy that he comes in and he smells like alcohol. You're not gonna put him in a trucker job, right? And there's a guy who he's been fired for stealing at his work. You're not gonna put it in a place where you can steal, right? Because again, it's preconceived notion. Now, I'm lucky. I don't have some DUI. I don't have a past of stealing things at work, which I was going to show you. There was a roll of tape, which is technically not true, but it's nuts. It's nuts because we took a roll of tape at work. So yeah, I'm a huge thief. But yeah, so you put yourself in a position of I wanna look the best, so offer the best, right? It's as stupid as when you buy a house, right? When you buy a house, you're trying to impress the realtor that you want to buy the house. You're trying to impress the realtor that's like, yo, we're a good family for this home, dude, dude. Oh, oh, yak. So this is not. Yeah, I want to wait before I go to the interview to the shower, but this is not yak. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so you're trying to impress your realtor. Your realtor doesn't give a shit who you are. They're making so much money that they're like, yo, as long as I sell this house, I don't care who you are, right? I just don't want you to destroy it. And of course, the realtor's trying to impress you because there'll be one day where you're gonna be selling that house, and they want to be the one that sell it, right? But at the same time, it's a relationship of impressing her, helping me as her job. At the same time, how much she helps me is up to her, right? So see, so I'm kind of nervous about it. I'm kind of nervous, but I think it's normal to be nervous. I always say, if you're not nervous about something that should make you nervous, it's because you don't care. And I do care. I do care. And it's weird because this is bettering your situation, finding a good job. But at the same time, it's what do we call it? It's a wild guess. Yeah. Now I have a couple of jobs. I talked to my mom yesterday. She brought some great things. My father was saying plumber and electrician. Plumber and electrician are good jobs, but they're I think they're a great job, but they're a job that I had access to going out of school. You know, and they're a job that I wouldn't be interested in. But I would do it for the money, and I think I'm doing a disservice to myself if I go into the meeting today and say, hey, I don't care what I do, I want to make money. Can you have a passion about plumbing? Absolutely. Can you have a passion about being an electrician? Absolutely. Do I have a passion about one of those? No. I would do it for money, and I don't think that's nice. I want to work to live, not live to work. But then again, at the same time, I'm saying this, but I'm an asshole because we're making content so many times a day. So many times a day. So many times a day. Then I talked to my mom, and my mom, oh my god. See, this is kind of a sad thing, but it's a good thing at the same time. It's a sad thing because you realize just how little your parents know you, but at the same time, you realize that you haven't allowed them to get to know you. For example, my mom, she's been talking about making video games. My mom has been talking about making video games, me making video games, since I was 7 or 8. And I gave her a little bit of shit yesterday because, again, she was insisting. And I was like, Mom, I haven't shown any interest in 32 years. What makes you think I'm going to show interest now? Or at the same time, she was like, oh, web development. Like, I don't know how to do that. Or AI. Not AI, cybersecurity. I don't know how to do that, and I'm not interested. My mom wants me to do and again, she wants the best for me, which is great. And you see, that's the thing. My father pointed me for jobs that are more construction oriented, and my mom point me jobs that are more desk oriented. So in both cases, by the way, this is also something I'm going to talk about in the interview. So this is kind of interesting. Which are both their domain. Yeah, domain expansion. So yeah, they're trying to, and that's normal for parents. But then she also said something that was really cool, a photograph, which would be really interesting. I was thinking, like I said yesterday, about a glass blower, because like I said, I was watching see, this to me was super interesting, because I was watching the Mick Juggernuggets video about finding a job. And he's a guy that's artistic. Am I Mick Juggernuggets? No. Am I artistic? Yes. See, I want to do something that's artistic. So I didn't express myself correctly yesterday. So holy shit! Look at this. Wow. These are full of rain. See how much the weather changed? In a couple minutes. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? There was a huge storm yesterday, by the way. I didn't express myself correctly yesterday when I said, "Oh, I cannot do a menial task for 8 hours. I have to see. I can't follow a straight path for 8 hours, but can I follow a path? It just has to have a lot of like, right, because of the ADHD. For example, with something that's more artistic, you have to actually think about what is the best way to do it. And sometimes it comes naturally, versus just putting in code in a computer. And there's nothing wrong with that, but knowing yourself is important. Knowing yourself as a job. And at the same time, I feel like I'm being spoiled rotten, because I'm thinking about how I want to do a job that is going to be something I'm interested in doing. How many people don't do a job that they like? How many people do a job by a want, a need versus a want, you know? But at the same time, I'm willing to be broke if it means doing what I want, you know? This is nuts. This is really nuts. I don't know. Photograph is a great idea, though. Photograph because it's artistic, right? And photograph because it's not the same thing. Glass blower because you kind of have artistic freedom, you know? So this is also cool. And yeah, this is pretty much it. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to do a second video when I come back. How did it go? And, we'll see. We'll see. I'm actually nervous because, again, I want to do something good. But at the same time, it's going to go well. I feel, I know it should. Right? Think mentally, think positively. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So, wish me luck. I'm gonna go see how it goes. And now, the craziest thing with this video is you wishing me luck is gonna do nothing. Why? Because by the time I post this video, I'm already on my way to the interview. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? I was talking a couple of seconds ago about how the nature changed fast, but life changed fast also. Is it going to be a life-changing experience? No. But it's a first step in the right direction. And the right direction is life-changing. Yeah. Anyways, love you guys. Take it easy. No, I was going to burp. It didn't come out. No. It doesn't come out. Okay. Did I ask for? No, I didn't ask for it. Oh, you're kidding me. You're too hot. This is a nightmare. This a nightmare. This is never changing. I've always felt this way. This is a nightmare. Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well, for having a wonderful day on this lovely 17 July 2005. Today we are doing season 3 of Squid Game. I have an appointment in about an hour, so I only am gonna do a 2 minutes video. If I do one episode, I'm gonna be super happy, and that we have to start getting ready for a set interview. The interview isn't an interview for a job. The interview is an interview with a consultant that's going to say what job could be the one for you. So I'm actually really nervous, really excited, lots of energy. which possibly comes from an energy drink, possibly come from this energy drink. Who knows? Who knows anymore? Of course, y'all know me. I cannot get ready before, so it's gonna be yes already. So there you go. We're starting season 3 on a strong note. Now, before we start, as I mentioned, in my opinion, season 3 was a bit worse. Well, it wasn't as good as season 2, right? But the artistic choice. Oh, I'm not connected to the internet. That helps a lot. The factor that we're starting we are starting a season with the current game. I think it's do I think it's a good choice? I don't know. Because at the same time, the problem with this season is it feels dragged out, right? Most of the games, what they do, and that's actually smart, is they'll do a half a competition. So what you'll do is you'll do the first half of the competition, right? And then you'll do the second half. So then in between, there's a lot of things that happens. It feels dragged out versus the first season that had one episode, one game, right? Ooh, you're lagging a lot, dude. What happened? So trying the season with the same game is kind of crazy. They do a pretty good job at doing a oh, that's super nice. They do a super good job at doing a kind of brought together. There was a 2.5 minute video doing the whole season. So we actually have that. Which is cool here is the last season ended up with a war. So now you see the backlashes of war. For example, there's this number 11 that she knows this guy from the outside and she wants to protect him. So she shoots him and she's like, yo, I'm not gonna kill you, but you have to do what I want. We later learn in the season that what she does is that she trades the uniform of a player for the uniform of a guard. So he becomes a guard and he hides as a guard. I thought it was magical. I thought it was super smart. I thought it was a brilliant idea. And I actually really, really enjoy it. You got the main character, which is Ji-woon. Oh yeah, it's kind of nice because we have number 11 who decide that she's not gonna be part of it. So what she does is super nice. She introduced herself. No, this isn't this episode. This is kind of crazy because I watched the whole season. Get the aftermath, which everybody is mad at Dario for not bringing the what should we call it, for not bringing the ammos. Now the coolest thing is they're starting to bring the cadaver of bodies in a place where the players sleep. Why do you do that? Why is that so cool? Well, because you're showing them that there's actual consequences to their action. See, in a game where, and it's kind of crazy because the game in itself is almost controlled chaos. So there's, you can kill each other, but you can only kill a certain number of players with each other. After that, the guard will appear. Every single game are your survival versus the survival of somebody else, right? So that's also something that's meaningful. So bringing the body, there's already consequences to your action. Bringing the body in the dormitory, it shouldn't be consequences, but it's a direct cause and effect. So you guys want to rebel? We'll put the body here so you see that not rebel. It's like making a martyr. So there you go. That's pretty much it. I wanted to do that for the sounds. So this is actually pretty cool. I watched this like a week ago. We watched Real Bro of Simi Valley. We watched Jersey Shore. I gotta say, season 3 to me wasn't that great, but at the same time, it's kind of nuts. Now we have the captain once again. The whole captain thing, and finding the island is only good until you know that the captain is a traitor. When you know that he's a traitor, you're like, holy shit! All of those times he was fucking him around, and the captain thing fucking him around the team to find once again the captain of the boat, to find the island where the games are held. The second that you find out that he's a traitor, it's like all of these times that there was a problem, could have been behind it. And at the same time, it does feel bad because, of course, we don't know where the actual game are, but it's worse than that because you're literally literally saying that everything that happens with that crew on the water is meaningless because, first of all, there's a captain that is sabotaging the whole thing. So as a whole, it's pointless. So, for example, right? For example, we're looking for okay, season 2 of Walking Dead. Season 2 of Walking Dead was one of the worst received season. Why? Because we spent the season looking for a girl called I don't even remember her name, but so they go into this farm, right? And this farm, and they're like, "Yo, guess what? This farm is a pretty nice place to live. We can actually live here. We could actually do, like, have a future here, right? Like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of nice. Then then you realize that Lucy, I want to call her Lucy because I think it's Lucy. You realize that Lucy has been in the farm since day one. So the whole plot feels bad because there's no payoff. Like, we look for this little girl for the whole season just for her to be dead and just for her to be where we were the whole time. The season with the captain is the same thing. We're looking for this island. The captain knows where the island is. He's fucking up everybody. And the sad thing is that it's so whatchamacallit, it's so pointless. See, at the same time, there's something kind of horrific. So the guy that didn't trust the captain actually ends up being the one that find out that he's crooked. And then by the time we learn that he's crooked, there's nothing you can do. The captain never has consequence for his action. So it feels kind of pointless. Season 3 wasn't great at all. I personally did like it. So now we have season 3, and this is kind of the crazy part. This is really the crazy part. So with Jiun kind of led the resistance, right? And then Jiun, he it's complex. It's really complex. Ugh, the phone is too hot. I literally have a ice pack here, and the phone is too hot. Rock your body. Rock your body. I can walk in on any. Uh-huh. Don't blink, kiss your blink. Welcome to our show. Of course, you're doing well, having a wonderful day. On the 17th of July 2025, this is part 2 of our season 3 Squid Game. I'm so sorry. Literally went, you saw me go and get a ice pack, but it was too late. The phone was already too hot. By the time it was cooling down, it was already too hot, so couldn't do shit about it. So, like I was saying, Ji-woon here wakes up. And it's a really complex scene because Ji-woon here, who led the rebellion, you guys remember in the second season, is like, yo, let's steal the weapon from the guards and we'll attack them. There's literally a team that see him being brought back to reality by regaining consciousness, and they're friendly to him. They're like, oh my god, what happened? Right now, the sad part is that they kind of leave him. So they kind of leave him because Jiwon's like, yo, this is my fault that they're dead. This is my fault. I want to die. It's nuts because you're literally like, hey, I fucked up. I killed all those people, and I want to die. However, it's weird because 2 of those people are Marines, and they're like, yo, you should have understood what he was going through. And then his comrade died, and he couldn't do shit against it. So it feels also bad, and he feels like a martyr. So, for example, they're eating, right, and people are gonna come next to him, and they're not even gonna feed him. What he did more for everybody than he did more for people than what he did. He did more on his own for people, and they all did for each other. It's a very cool scene because we just learned that the frontman is VIP. So technically speaking, we didn't learn that. We learned that in season 2, episode 2 with 001. However, we are we're viewing the story through the player's eyes, and the player just learned that number one was a frontman, and he was a bad guy. So Ji-hoon does a kind of freaks out. He has a breakdown. He's like, "Oh, kill me! I want to die. Why don't you kill me? Just kill me!" Right? Because he doesn't want to be part of the game, and at this point, he feels like he cannot stop the games, which is amazing. See, Ji-hoon character arc is amazing. He started as this guy, right? Who, and I'm gonna spoil the whole show. I don't care. He started as this guy that has he's an asshole, and then through the game, he learns to be a better person. He learns to be kinder. He learns to be protector. You know, he's not a bad dude. He's just a guy that made some bad choices. In season 2, he comes in with a rage, and he comes in and it's like, "Yo, I'm gonna find a place. I'm gonna find a place, and I'm gonna bring people, and they're all gonna destroy them. We're all gonna destroy them." And then, the first game, he realized that the ship is not there. So what he does is like, "Okay, well, fuck you. I'm gonna stop the game." So what he does is green light, red light. Now this is actually kind of pointless, but actually kind of nice. So the frontman is the one that stopped him. The frontman is the force that comes balance Ji-hoon. Ji-hoon is a force to start the game. The frontman is a force to keep the game intact. Now, Ji-hoon ends up the game, and he managed to destroy the games by doing this simple thing, and he's showing people that the game is wrong, right? But at the same time, the thing that he does is the exact same thing that he started doing in season 2. So you go through this whole arc of let's have violence, let's have war, just to realize that he was right in the first place. So it's nice because you were right. It's not nice because we kind of went in circles. However, the saving factor of this is that the frontman isn't there. So if the frontman acts as a balance, when the frontman leaves the game, the balance is still in Ji-hoon's favor because he's still in the game. There's a positive and negative left, positive still stay. The whole experience is positive, right? So yeah, so it's actually really hard, and you feel bad because the frontman watches. Now the frontman is a great actor, so you don't really see a reaction, which kind of sucks. So then the guards is like, "Yo, you can vote again. You can vote." Now, you can vote again. So, of course, people are voting to stay in the game because the only person that kind of was leading, and it sucks because the person that was leading the let's quit the game is gone. And look at this. This is very much different. The people, and this is so, like, this is supposed to get you mad, which it does a good job at. It is such bullshit because the people that want to stay in the game didn't fight, they didn't grab a gun, they didn't help him. So the only people that felt a loss are the people with a no, and now with the people being a no. And this is actually cool because the first episode acts as this is the end of the line. Ji-hoon, he gone crazy. The frontman revealed himself. Everybody that's voting for Red, they don't have a chance anymore because there's so little of them, which is nice. God damn, that's a nice bomb, bro. That's a nice bomb. What was I saying? I'm sorry. Got distracted by my neighbors who just threw water. It wasn't a bomb. A nice bomb in the... Oh, fuck. It's a nice bomb in the pool. They have a pool, not a bomb. It's a nice bomb in the pool. No, it's not him. My neighbor took a bucket of water and just threw it on the balcony. Dumbass. So they feel very, very disappointed. However, we still have some hope. And the hope is presented in the form of number 11, the rebel guard. And she comes in and she has his friend. And she's like, "Yo, you're going to show me where is actually the..." So again, we have the same plot as season 1. We're actually taking the dead player, we're taking their organ, and we're selling them, which is a huge part of how we finance for these games. right? And it's like, okay, well, I want to be part of it. Now, this is cool because at this time we kind of think that she's the only good person left. However, she just lost a bunch of friends. She just lost. So, in her mind, what happened is she goes into the game and she realizes the games are fucked up. They're like, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what the game used to be. Now, this, a little piece of metal. And we have a, oh, it feels good. It feels good. We have the mosquito bites. So, uh, the the second season actually imply a huge change. The number one from the previous game was the chairman. He was the guy in charge of everything, and then we know that he died. So the whole people in charge of the Squid Game changed in season two. So when number 11 says, "Oh, these game changes," that's actually really cool. However, this whole game changes with season two comes at a flaw, because the biggest flaw in it is in season one we didn't see a lick of number 11. Was she not there? Possibly. But if she wasn't there, an excuse. But if she was there, she didn't act. She saw there was something wrong. She just didn't act. So she just had a bunch of morals. Now, it could be explained by a really cool thing, which is that she's dying. She's really sick. So the fact that she's dying, the phone is too hot. The fact that she's dying, she could have, for example, there's this show called, what is it? Well, Red Dead Redemption. Oh shit. What? Okay, never mind. I thought I was recording. There's this whole thing called Red Dead Redemption, and Red Dead Redemption is that. It's a guy that's kind of like a bandit, and he steals from banks, and he's not the best person. He's a nice guy, but he's not the best person, and he literally gonna die. So the whole game is called Redemption. So yeah, so with the number 11, and she's like, "Yo, I wanna be part of it." Now, the craziest thing is, it's actually quite sad. People ask him, Ji-woon, he's the last person to vote. He's like, cast your vote. And Ji-yoon refuses to vote. You see? Kind of giving up. When people give up on Ji-yoon, because he gave up on himself first. So it's hard to follow the leader that doesn't lead. Now we have number 11, and she wants to be part of the people transplanting organ. It feels good, but it doesn't feel that good, because right away, she... so this is kind of the problem with season 3. It's a constant problem of pacing. So she knows that people are doing, and it's highly talked about in the season 2. She knows that people have their organ picked up, right? The whole problem with her is she kills people. So for example, there's this guy that was shut down, and he shut in his legs to keep him alive. But the other is she shoot him in the eyes to kill him. And then, okay, well, the organs are not good, so you just lost us money. So the whole plot of season 2 for her plot was like she knew that something was going on, and she wasn't part of it. Now, she decided to be part of it just for the same episode to be like, well, guess what? I betrayed you, and I want you to fix this guy. And because you fixed this guy, then, because you fixed this guy, I'm gonna spend the whole time. And the funniest thing is, right away, she's this ultimate villain. So she comes in when she has a gun, and then she talks to the doctor and says, "Hey, help him." He's like, "No, you're gonna kill me." And she's like, "No, I'm not gonna kill you." And then she kills him. The problem with that is, it's a beautiful thing, but it's so poorly executed. So the guy is like, "Yo, don't trust her. She's being a nuisance. Let's not trust her." And then the guy who's in charge of the implant or the organ transfer, he's like, "You know what's the problem with the first game? You know why the last game didn't work? Because people didn't trust each other. Let's build something on trust. We're choosing not to wear masks, so we know who is each other. So there's this expression called shit brothers. Shit brothers are, I have dirt on you, you have dirt on me. Because you have dirt on me, I cannot give the dirt on you because we'll both self-destruct. It's warm outside. I'm sweating, uncomfortable. I'm nervous because we have an interview. So again, let's finish this. That I'm gonna be able to just leave. So it is kind of nice. Then people are coming to Ji-woon, and right away it's kind of nuts because there's two camps, and this is absolutely insane. They come in and they're like, "Yo, it's complex. There's two camps. Like I want to help Ji-yoon, and then right away we see the guy who's responsible for the whole plan failing, which is Dae-bayo, and Dae-bayo is like he's eating quietly and he's in his corner. So it's kind of cool because Ji-yoon is isolated because he is a pariah. He is chained to the bed. He is unable to do anything. And Dae-bayo is left alone because nobody likes him. But at the same time, it's kind of crazy because Ji-hoon is the only one that harbors any hate towards him. Other players like, you're the reason as to why this failed. Okay, no problem. We'll let you alone. We won't include you. You're not our friend anymore, but we won't hurt you. And I'm like, you realize that this guy fucked up everything, right? Now, technically speaking, did he fuck up everything? That's another question. I don't think he fucked up everything because you trusted somebody that didn't do the proof into doing something that he was clearly not able to do. If I ask a kid to do my taxes, or if I have a baby to do my taxes, there's a mistake. Who's wrong? The baby? No, you, because you ask a baby to do your taxes. You understand? So this is the exact same thing that happened with this guy. So like, okay, well that was a weak choice. That was poor decision. So it kind of like a double tantrum. So it goes in and he's super. Now the coolest thing is we're going back to the camp. Now what is really nice here, and that is one of the most important parts. The captain and the character we like. Again, it doesn't matter how much police officer we have. It doesn't matter how many people are looking for the island. There's two people that we have that are introduced: the captain and the prodigy. When it comes to the guy we really like. So these two are talking, and now the guy's like, I don't know if I can trust the captain. I saw him that night, and this is when you realize that this guy is kind of smart, because the problem with the captain was he killed the drone pilot. He killed him. So then the people that saw him said something, and then the captain was like, no, it's not true. And then the guys in charge, who is oh my god, I said captain twice. Okay, so the captain of the ship and the captain of the police. The captain of the police like, no, I trust him, and I'm in charge. So if I trust him, we trust him. So then the guy said, you know what? Even if I say something, he's not gonna believe me. So then the guy we like comes in and is like, yo, guess what? We're out of the boat. I'm gonna tell you the truth, what I saw. But then the captain of the police like, no, I don't think so. The captain is a good person. He saved me. Now the craziest thing that we saw is that at the very end, the frontman, again, the brother. So he's not the brother. He's the adoptive brother of. It's complex. He's the adoptive brother, but not the adoptive brother. So he's the adoptive brother on paper, but not. So the mother of the brother of the captain of the police had an affair with the guy who was in charge of the Squid Game, and they had their kid, which is the frontman. That's pretty much it, right? So this is a super important part. So far, Ji-hoon has been a mess. Ji-hoon hasn't been able to be coherent. Ji-hoon has totally given up. It's kind of crazy. There's moments where this is fucking beautiful because Ji-hoon, but this is beautiful, but at the same time, it's boring. There you go. I can finally film. It's beautiful, but kind of boring. So Ji-hoon comes in the second game and he's mad and he's pissed off. He's like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to break those games. And then for some reason he becomes kind of happy to be in the game. He makes some friends, right? He has some good moments, which is narratively important. And he kind of give up on this idea of vengeance. He still want to stop the game, of course. But so what I'm trying to say is the problem with Ji-hoon is he comes in the first couple of games and he's like, I'm gonna stop the game. And then he says, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna let people decide they want to stop the game. You had this whole plan. What happened to your plan, bro? Your plan was done in 3 episodes? Out of 13, your plan was 3 episodes long. How does that make sense? And then Ji-hoon, when he loses his best friend, he loses everything. So he loses control. But then you have the old Ji-hoon that is back. So for example, you see Dae-bayo, who is the fake Marine. Yes, he's a fake Marine. He's not a Marine. The guy with the long hair, pretend to be in the Marine. He's waking up, and you see Ji-hoon looking at him, and Ji-hoon hasn't slept. Ji-hoon hasn't ate. So he looks pretty sickly, but still. But then again, this whole vengeance thing, this whole super violent person, he kind of cure itself. Now there's a purpose. One of the player has their baby, and because one of the player has their baby, and also he killed Daybayo, so his vengeance is accomplished, and there's a baby, so he has to protect the baby, so he becomes a protector versus a attackant. So this is kind of important also. He wakes up and he's been looking at the guy for the whole time. Now, also the cool thing here is there's this medium. You know the girl that believes that she's a messenger of God. She come next to him and she like, oh, you fucking killed your friend, are you happy? And Ji-yoon has a free hand. He has the hand that is attached to the bed, right? And he takes her by the throat. He grabs by the throat. It's like a fucking piece of shit. He doesn't say that, but he means it, you know. That was a very powerful scene. Now we have two things. We have the next games, right? And we have the guy being cured. So the guy being cured is the player that is associated with number 11, which is also super, super, super important. He's super important because he plays a role of, okay, so he's important because number 11 already is questioning her importance in the game. It's like, this, the game really important. And then since she's dying, she is saying, this is my last chance to do something positive. This is my last chance to fix the world that clearly needs fixing. So okay, I'm still recording. I'm afraid because yesterday it broke. I didn't even notice. And then she sees somebody that she cares about, and she's like, oh, maybe I can help him. Maybe this is my redemption, right? So this is also important. You see how dark it is? I'll be reading from my interview. So now we have the other game. The other game is insane. The other game are the red and the blue. Now they're no more. Also the problem with season 3, what I didn't like is they take away the power of the O and X. It's no more about faction. It's no more about government. It's no more about, oh, which camp are you? The camp of the people that want to stay in the game or the people that want to leave the game. But at the same time, there's so little player left that it doesn't really matter anymore, right? And it's a good thing because although it was a very powerful narrative thing, could have gotten older. See, the reason why this was so interesting was because our favorite characters want to stop the game. Our favorite characters are either dead or gave up, you know? So we have the second game. The second game is hide and seek, but the better version. So they all have keys. And this is a really cool game. In concept, it's a really bad game because this game lasts fucking 3 to 4 episodes. So they have a key. Now the cool thing with the key is there's a triangle, a square, and a circle. So there's lock with that pattern. So you kind of have to team up with other player. And then they got the red, which is the werewolf. What they do is they have a knife, and if they have to find you and kill you, right? So technically speaking, this is reducing your number by 2. However, they come in with something that's really interesting. One of the guy, which is a tweaker, says, hey, to be in a game, we have to kill one person. What if we kill 2 people? What if we kill 3 people, right? Because at the same time, not only are you killing people, but, and this is actually really cool, and this tweaker that does it, or the MC Coin, which is actually really smart. MC Coin is possibly the smartest guy in the game. So what he does is, it's really interesting because he's like, every single red player, okay, the blue player can escape, right? And the blue player can escape. They won. The red player has to kill one person. If they don't kill a person, they're done, right? So this is what they think about. So by doing that, what they do is they have one person, right? Kill one person, so it's 1-1. Now the red player, which is the tweaker or the MC Coin, he says, if I kill 2, not only am I killing a player for the blue team, which is the escapee, but I'm also killing a red player because he didn't kill anybody. There's 50-50. If a person kills 2, it's 51-49. You eliminate 2 people instead of 1. Actually quite clever. And you cannot kill other red player, but you can eliminate them like that, which is brilliant. So the funny thing with Ji-yoon takes the red, and he's like, holy shit, I'm gonna be able to save myself. I'm gonna be able to save myself. And you look at Daybayo, and he has a knife. This is super fucking cool. This is super fucking cool because it's all the purpose of, if I kill you, it's complex. It is complex because people that are nice. It's like Walking Dead. People that are nice are dying first. People that are willing to put themselves in danger for other people are dead. The people that left are questionable, morally speaking. And then it's a crazy game because it's blue. They don't have a weapon. They're basically defenseless against a guy with a knife. Now, truthfully speaking, they have a knife. It's not a big deal. It's not a big weapon. It doesn't really matter. But still, it counts. So then they give time, and this is the craziest thing. They give time and like, yo, they have a knife. Can you want to trade? You want to trade? And this is the worst thing. So for example, the mom and the son choose different team. So it's like, okay, well, I'm fucked. I'm really fucked. So to me, that was interesting because it's literally talking about people killing each other. See, to this point, there's a chance that even though everything happened, there's a chance that you didn't actually hurt someone. Now you don't have a choice. So the blue are at a disadvantage. However, the blue, if they don't find out, they have an opportunity. So the cool thing also is that there's a timer. There's a timer. So it's like a little, look at this literal storm coming in, which we're happy about. The cool thing with this is there's a labyrinth and there's door that are locked. So what you can do is, with the key, you can unlock a door. And if you unlock a door, oh, for fuck's sakes. See, the phone didn't tell me that it was closing, so I didn't know. Tell me, with the heat, this is a freaking nightmare, dude. This is badass. But it's okay. Why? Because we're in control. And we're in control because we can. And because we can, and we are in control, everything's gonna be okay. So they come in, and you don't have the time to check every single door, right? And then the best thing ever is there's second door. So for example, you open the first door, and you go up the flight of stairs, and you realize that no, my key is square, I need a triangle. Now the craziest thing ever, this is a big spoiler, is that the final door that you need to leave need 3 keys. So either you and 2 of your friends that have different keys got out, or you went on the body of that player and you pick up the keys of people, which is kind of nuts, right? It's one of the craziest game. Now, the captain of the police go back on the captain of the ship, the guy stayed behind. He stayed behind. It's like, yo, I don't trust the captain. I'll be there. There's a couple of cool scenes. There's Minsu, and then there's the tweaker. Now, why is it an important scene? Is because there's people that we care about. People we care about, which are like 10, right? Minsu was special because Minsu was a victim. Minsu wasn't strong enough. The whole purpose of the character is not strong enough to survive in this game. The second we meet him, we meet this girl that's kind of a badass, and she protects him, right? She protects him, which is huge because again, he needs protection. But at the same time, it doesn't serve a bigger purpose because she dies. So then, the tweaker who has Thanos, see, it's balanced. The tweaker is weak, Minsu is weak. The girl is strong, Thanos is strong. They both lost their Thanos and this. So the tweaker comes after Minsu. It's like, yo, it's only us 2 left. See, a lot of people hate the tweaker. I don't know how I feel about him because in the second season, he's amazing. He's this guy that's supposed to be like this untrusty guy. He looks untrusty. He feels untrusty. I wouldn't trust him in the street. However, he's super loyal to Thanos, and because he's super loyal to Thanos, even if I don't trust him, I can appreciate loyalty. So you're not loyal to me, fine. You're loyal to this guy, but you're really loyal to this guy, so I respect that. So to me, that's what interesting. But Minsu is bad because Minsu feels the whole game. He feels powerless, and it's like he's like a innocent person. And it's like, I can't kill people. I don't want to kill people. And then you're like, okay, yeah, but you have to end the games. Now Minsu is an interesting character because he's the guy. Look at this shit. He's the guy that didn't decide to kill everybody. You know, so this is pretty interesting. But at the same time, what purpose does it serve? Nothing. There's no grand scheme of things. There's this character that didn't have to kill. They didn't want to partake in the game. He was too shy, too weak to play in the game. But at the end, oh, fucking Bell Canada, stop calling me, dude. I'm gonna fucking block you. I don't care. You're so annoying. Delete. No, 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 no. They're so annoying. There's a possibility that this is why my phone closed. I don't know. No, that's not it. Look at these people. All the dark clouds. These are full of rains. Could be crazy. Guys, we have to hurry because I'm gonna have my interview in a couple minutes. Well, 10 minutes, but I have to go there, which is 15. I gotta take a shower, which is 7 minutes. So I'm in a rush. So yeah. So with Minsu, there's no greater will. There's no like, hey, I'm the guy that was able to prove that you can play these games without having to kill each other. Minsu doesn't have this purpose. Minsu doesn't have this finale. Minsu at the end, to become like a junkie, because he finds the pills of Thanos and it's like, yo, I'm not able to maintain the game. I'm not able to play the game unless I'm high. So just be high, right? And you're like, dude, you're supposed to be the moral high ground of the show, that you end up like a junkie. But then again, maybe that's the point. Maybe people are corrupted. Maybe the frontman of the first game was right. Maybe the world is sick and you need to fix it. Who knows? I'm telling you, season 3 wasn't great. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all because season 2 was so good. If you gave me season 1 and season 3, I would have liked it. If you gave me season 3, if you gave me season 2, at the end I would have been happy. But now you gave me season 3. No, season 1 is okay. Season 3 sucks. Season 2 is the best. If you gave me season 1 and season 3, it would have been okay. If you give me season 2 at the end, it's amazing. If you gave me season 2 as the first season, the show is complete shit. So we have MC Coin protecting the girl with the baby. She's like, yo, I don't want you to get killed, so help me. She's like, I don't like you. Don't you understand? I don't want to do business with you. Now, the coolest thing here is there's literal people trading their vests. They're trading their vests and like, yo, can you help me out? We'll trade vests. I know you don't want to kill. I'm not gonna let you kill. Now, I have to say, him is amazing. He finally does what he wants. He goes to see Daebayo, goes to see Ji-Hoon and say, yo, I'm not the guy that you're mad about. You killed them, right? You killed them. And he's like, I'm not afraid of you. I want you to know that I'm not afraid of you. Now the reality is, he's very afraid, which is funny. We got the mom and the kids are asking, hey, I don't want you to kill. I don't want you to kill. See, the problem with season 3 is exactly the scene. We're spending 20 minutes saying, hey, we have to kill each other. Spending 20 minutes explaining the rules, saying who has to kill, who wants to trade. People, the mom said to the kid, I don't want you to kill. Or the guy say, I'm not afraid of you. It's pointless. It's pointless because the game itself feels empty. The game in itself would have been perfect for that. So now we have the maze. They're telling how they do the blue. The blue is kind of cool because the blue are coming in and saying, hey, this is how we're going to do it. This is how we're going to hide, right? And you got a couple minutes before. And it's super cool because the best scene of this is super nice. By the way, the pregnant girl is about to give birth. She'll give birth next episode, which is episode number 2. It's Starry Nights. The coolest scene is they do like a slow-mo of people coming in. The guy with the people with the blue keys, the one that are supposed to hide and escape, are just walking in. They're being cautious and like, okay, well, guess what? This is our chances. This is our time to shine. We'll take care of everything. Everything is okay. And then the red people come in and they have knife and they're like, yo, let's kill people. And they look very aggressive. So it's a cool scene because you're showing basically a predator and prey. Predator and prey. Predator and prey. But again, season 3, not my favorite. Phone just closed because it's too hot. You know what? I don't care because we're leaving. So on that note, I love you guys. Take it easy. I'll see you guys really soon. Peace. Okay. Soon. Okay. This I'll have to do airplane mode. I don't have a choice. Let's go in. Let's go in. I don't have nothing to say. 10% left. My battery's dead. And that's a fucking mess. You don't care. Okay, so I don't know you. I know you. But we haven't talked in months. So it's a weird thing that you text me. Okay, cool. Je pense à toi, pas surtout. Y a rien à faire. Y a rien à faire. Tu t'en fous. Tu penses à toi, c'est tout. Oui, j'ai un casque. Toi, c'est tout. Pam 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 pam. Oh. Tu t'en fous. Tu penses à toi, c'est tout. Ok. Ok. Tu t'en fous, tu penses à toi, c'est tout. Y a rien à faire. Ok. No, this is not good. Oh, good.
How is that skill? It's not. It's...
As the trusted leader in digital advertising, AdWorld drives strong ROI with high-performing ad campaigns across display,